Hi, good afternoon. I'm Mani. I head entertainment for Airtel, currently for India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. So, just to give a small analogy before we begin with this, a lot of inspiration on this has come from Apple. In fact, the way the iPod was launched, with the content sourcing being done with full transparency of royalties, etc., with the first the labels and then with singers, the way they did exclusive devices with U2 and exclusive devices with Bob Dylan, etc. So an iPod is actually by nature a very closed device, so you can't do much about opening that device yourself or trying to toy around too much with it. So all our existing services till the time we launched this, for example Hello Tunes, which is CRBT or full songs, were locked onto the network, so the customer can consume it only if he's on Airtel by virtue of the service itself that it's on the network. So what about those consumers who go on a rampant basis to say a site like a Zedge.net where around 42 million users go every month, or a songs.pk where it's more than 100 million customers who go there and download pirated content. So we had launched in 2010 a very interesting celebrity chat product called Talk to Me, which is now replicated across all the other operators as well. Was a simple round robin based call product where customers could actually participate in an event with Amitabh Bachchan, for example. So if there are 5 lakh consumers patched in 1 hour, there are around 10 customers who get a chance to patch in with the celebrity, ask a question in a very personalized manner, and all the other guys are listening. So what we thought is, how do we address these so-called piracy music consumers where now they have the right to consume their song on a CRBT kind of service, but what if we were to create some product which brings them closer to their artists? So brings them closer to a Sonu Nigam, a KK, a Jagjit Singh, where the aspirational value or money can't buy value is very huge. So the way we structured the product was, we took the basic toolkit from Talk to Me. We said, yeah, there is a good amount of engagement, chat kind of a module around it. And then we got into the song studio, where we actually hooked up one studio, especially in Mumbai, for the product. Acoustics were a great important factor here. So we plugged in the feed to the sound engineer console, took out the feed only from there so that the acoustics are very clear. So quality was a big factor over this, and we launched a brilliant ATL campaign, again thanks to our brand team, with individual artists like Hariharan, Sonu, Shan and Kunal Ganjawala talking very closely to the consumers, etc. So I'll call in Bhaskar to just take you through the PPT. So as and when we'll just bring up the consumer related points. And also one very big important part to this is that the artist community were not getting their royalties till the time now the copyright issue is settled, but there was no transparency in the kind of money which was going to them. So this product was the first in the industry which actually gave them royalties for performances on a mobile platform. So they had a tripartite, watertight agreement with Airtel and the Universal Music guys, whom we shortlisted to bring on board the artists. So they get an ongoing royalty. So that's again a first of its kind.
What normally happens, as Mani was saying, normally happens in cases is that the artist get a one-time fee, and that's over for the artist. So there's no benefit for the artist to keep on performing and making it better. Perhaps with time, with experience, they develop a better product. This was the one we tried to bring in, where the artist in this case will be a basic factor for service, not the service being the main factor. So on how we started off, that music in the industry is a huge industry in India with more than 10,000 million revenues, but there's no chance for customers to interact with the artists. And so we started with My Song, My Story. So what is My Song, My Story? So there is a defined short code on which this particular time, for example 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. in the morning, defined date and time, customer can call and they can log in. So there is an artist defined, and there are all customers who are on the network at that time. You get a chance, there's a random logic defined there. So on a north, south, east, west logic, customers get logged in and get a chance to speak to the celebrities. And if there's a live concert not available at that time, there are previous concerts available. So we have concerts from Mohammad Rafi, Kishore Kumar, Lata Mangeshkar, all old concerts from Wembley across the world available. They can log in on the previous concerts, and once a concert current available is finished, it gets part of the archive library. Sorry? Okay. So this is how we started off and building. This is an application diagram on how this was built. Is the voice clear? Yeah, sorry, thanks. So there's a Universal Studios on which the concert is recorded. The celebrities at the studio. So we have the required audio quality which is required for the service.
This is basically the studio where a lot of high production audio work has happened, like Devdas and Asoka, which were the most expensive music production projects ever in Bollywood. So this studio was shortlisted basis its quality and basis its acoustics as well. So the feed goes directly to my partner's data center, which is on mobile in this case. And from there, customers call in from all kind of locations from our single IVR network. Again, infra which allows us a lot of flexibility. So there the call patching happens and the celebrity is dialing on long port and they get patched in and then the concert begins.
So, and there's a lucky customer who gets a chance to speak and one by one on a random basis. So this was the first time that we had celebrities like Shan, Sonu Nigam, Hariharan coming on board.
I think we've had till now at least 50 artists perform on it. And Jagjit Singh's last ever recording happened on this platform.
On this platform.
He has to come to the studio.
He did come to the studio.
Yes,
and,
that was the Kailasha.
He exposed that, yeah, he got admitted and so that's the last official recording of his.
So coming up next is this. Right now it's only audio. Coming up next is the live video streaming. So once I have a video phone and a 3G network, I'll be able to see on the concerts the artists available. Number one. Number two is the karaoke version where I can sing with the celebrities. I'm online, the art celebrity is online, I can also sing with him. And the celebrity, say example Shan or Sonu Nigam, can actually rate me. This was the where we went wrong or right. And then I can do it. And there's a Jogal system which is planned, where example the studio is getting planned, built right now at Chennai, once is at Calcutta. And we are also starting with Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. So once the studios all are live, we can possibly have international sessions where from say Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or different regions coming in. And we just added a small, oops, I think this video is not coming in. So I'll play the video separately, a small video on what the service is about. No other service provider has this service as of now.
Sorry?
No other service provider has this service as of now.
It till now because of the agreements and the contracts which you've done with the artists.
And the technical background that is available.
So you take a first mover advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And revenues is 1.2 million as I saw. Rupees.
Per day.
It is a per day revenue, right? He's got more than 1 million subscribers on it currently.
That's last month figures, so this month will be slightly.
I actually wanted to know that some of this content that you have, is it going into the digital media exchange, similar to, I think, one of the other presentations that we had in the morning?
We didn't get that. What is that? Sorry.
So digital media exchange, you mean the direct broadcasting to theatre?
That is a further enhancement. But ultimately all the content that you're recording,
Yeah.
are you digitizing it and you're keeping
Yes.
it in your platform, because
Yes.
you have a strong DMX
So
platform?
in fact, now we are
Yes.
expanding this to go to DTH in terms of SVOD channel, which will be called as a My Song, My Story channel. So Sonu and some of them have already been digitized and edited. So,
Yep.
so the customers will be able to see that as a part of a capsule program on Airtel DTH again, because it doesn't have a channel to ride on right now.
So DTH is ready. Next is happening is the YouTube channel. So both will get ready and launched very soon.
Okay. So on YouTube, would it be monetizable?
No.
We'll bring in from a core product, it won't be, but we are working very closely with advertisers again to try and see if there is a brand module available there to generate revenue. So in fact, we are now working on a vast advertising piece as well, where a lot of earlier work has happened on putting banners on websites and all that, which has not been yielding too much of revenues. So we just say that let's act as a simple hoarding factory where we have 5 inventories and let the brands come there and put a 10-second spot or a 15-second spot. So there we have already succeeded in bringing on board around 5 or 6 brands, including Levers, now Lifebuoy, again part of Levers, I believe. Audi, the car manufacturer, who've done a video with John Abraham, and we're doing it on WAP. So this again would be pushed, if possible, on a brand funded model on YouTube, which will be an Airtel YouTube channel again. So nothing very tight right now on it, but that's how we think it should.
I think you should also look at some sort of a cross marketing, because somebody who is a Sonu Nigam fan, if he is a Nike fan, then let's say Nike can buy that thought process, and
That's a fantastic thought actually.
yeah, or even on the social media, the likes and the dislike in Facebook or whatever.
So like maybe Sachin and Adidas are together, I don't know. So there might be a singer to this connection. Well, that's a good thought.
You should take it to your stakeholders and
Absolutely.
work it out.
Absolutely.
You are taking the first mover advantage. It is in India or across the globe?
Across the globe.
So this is the first innovative
Exactly.
thing. That is
Exactly.
what.
This is the first time it's happening across anywhere.
Okay.
Because there has been one format of this tried with Vishal and Shekhar in Bombay, but it didn't have the interactivity application to it. Neither does it have the sound quality which we have brought as part of this product.
Okay,
So
this is the innovative
forum,
concept.
this kind of a platform is available only here across.
Few sessions where live
Which is a webcast
has
actually.
been a webcast has happened. At the same time, there's a live show happening somewhere, and it's also been present on the internet. And there's no way you can interact with the customer, sorry, with the
Okay.
celebrity.
That way it is totally innovative
Yeah,
and
first
first
ever.
time.
Yeah.
See, all of these ideas are good. I mean, you really need to think about execution.
Yeah, absolutely.
The VAS story and the 3G story, let's not talk about it now, but
Yeah.
it has had its own,
Own pitfalls and
yeah, I won't even call it a pitfalls, but
challenges. Rather.
yeah. So let's execute properly so that, and Airtel is a master in execution among, not that any of the others are far
It took
behind.
us around 8 months to launch this. It's constant pounding by everyone saying when it is getting launched, but we didn't want to compromise on quality and other stuff. So, fair point. Note.